Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to more Skyrim Special Edition mods. And today's mod, well, this is one I've been waiting for a long time, but this is Classes of Skyrim. And this mod adds classes to the game. So, when you're here at the character creation screen and you're picking a race, you get to pick a class instead. I mean, you can still pick races as you see here, Argonian, Dark Elf. These things are still options. If you'd like to just do a base run or whatever, right? It's in there, you can totally do that. But you also have these classes in here, and classes get special abilities, all kinds of stuff. We're going to go through a couple examples of them. We're going to go through all the classes here first, and then we'll pick out a couple and show off some of their abilities, and so on and so forth. So first we have Arcane Thief here, which is a Breton race, just so you know. I mean, they do have races assigned to them, but like they're different. You can't just like pick a race after this. Arcane Thieves are always Breton. But Arcane Thieves are mages who specialize in stealing things and often do this with the aid of several spells. They favor light armor instead of robes and bows instead of staves. If they get caught thieving, they can soothe their aggressor with a powerful spell. So that's the thing I like about classes of Skyrim. It takes it back to old school Elder Scrolls. It takes it to where you kind of like define your playstyle right at the very beginning. Skyrim is very much a game where it's like, oh yeah, do whatever you want, and then you can figure it out later what you like kind of want to specialize in or whatever. This is very much, and eventually you just specialize in everything. This is very much a mod where it's like, you gotta play the way, because it's like you're gonna get powers and stuff that are gonna be very beneficial to you if you actually listen to what your class is supposed to be or whatever. So obviously this is somebody who uses bows and magic, sneaking, so on and so forth. We got Arcane Warrior here. Arcane Warriors are Breton mages who specialize in destruction magic and mainly sword combat, through some use of axes, hammers, and daggers as well. And they generally wear heavy armor instead of robes. There aren't many Arcane Warriors left due to a purge of their kind 133 years ago. It was done because of their overwhelming power was considered dangerous and unnatural by the Emperor of Tamriel. So that's cool. You got even like a little lore backstory into this particular class. But obviously this is like magic, destruction magic in one hand, and you got your sword or whatever other one-handed weapon in the other hand, and you go into town on people. And we also got the Assassin here, which is a Dark Elf class. Assassins are experts of murdering people. They use poisons and some minor spells to do this. Their strength lies not in brute force, but in stealth. This wicked path that some dark elves choose goes back for many thousands of years and is not looked at with judging eyes in Morrowind, as it is in Skyrim. For Dunmers, it is an old tradition that it is natural as snowfall in Skyrim. They wear light armor and use daggers when they assassinate. So it's pretty much your basic thief class. Use daggers, poisons, all that stuff. Alchemy a lot. Apologies for that there too, gets a little wordy. The descriptions are not necessarily the best sentences ever to read. This is the Dundane. That's a little bit weird. I don't know why that letter's blocked out. But the Dundanes are Imperials that are blessed with a longer than normal lifespan. They are master hunters and combatants. Dundanes operate in the shadows and carefully plan their way of attacking a foe. Generally, they wield two-handed swords with unmatched skill and are just as good with a bow. They always wear light armor, and many wear a hood on their heads. Dundanes are good at creating potions and poisons from ingredients they find in the wild. So it's here, I mean, this is just your build. This is an Imperial, but you're going to use a two-handed sword, you're going to use a bow, you're going to use light armor, and you're going to do alchemy so you can create potions and poisons. It's pretty much as simple as that, right? So we also have Healer here. Healers are Breton mages who specialize on healing themselves and others. They can also use a variety of buff or debuff spells. They are generally considered good and heed all people's call for aid, though a few are known to have chosen the dark path for sure. So, you know, you're going to use a lot of restoration spells, you need a lot of buffs. You might want to, you're going to have to pick some other form of magic or some other form of attacking or whatever. Maybe, but you could do like a paladin thing kind of with this. A little bit, like you could like a mace in one hand and then healing spells in the other and buff your friends and stuff. So we got High Elf Imperial, Khajiit. These are all normal things. Knights. So knights are Imperial soldiers who have undergone fierce knight training. They are humble, honorable, and believe in valor most of all. They work for the Empire and live by its rules and laws. All knights wear heavy armor and can inspire their fellow comrades. So knights are just like your basic wear heavy armor. Kind of use whatever weapons you want along the way. Pretty much. It's kind of a more open-ended one in terms of the things. So we got Nord, but we also got Nordic Pirate here. So Nordic pirates love the sea and take every chance they get to board a ship heading out for open waters. They are brave, fearless, and most of all frightening. They take what they want and do so when they want. They are magnificent with one-handed weapons and mainly wear light armor. So it's kind of like a Nord thief, but he's got like a little backstory because you're a pirate and stuff. And they're going to have water-based skills because of that. We'll show this one off a little bit later when we get to that. But it's still like the guided thing. So we also got Rogue down here, which is another thief kind of class. Rogues are from Hammerfell, so this is a Red Guard rogue. Rogues hail from Hammerfall and are mostly red guards. They follow no one, and their agenda is always veiled in secrecy. All rogues are masters in deceit and operate from the shadows. The weapon of choice is always a bow and or their dagger, which they dual wield. Obviously, red guards are good at dual wielding as it is. You still get the racial skills plus the new class skills. Rogues would never wear something heavy to slow them down, so all they wear light armor, and they also hood to better conceal them in the shadows. And then one more here, the Viking. Vikings are basically Nords that pillage and plunder every chance they get. They are masters of combat and make it look easy. Almost all of Vikings favor heavy armor. So they're just like kind of like a Nord knight. I probably like roll around the two-handed side and not using bows. Maybe use bows, but more just like kind of brute berserker thing. We'll click Viking here though. We'll just, yep, that's fine. We'll just click this and we'll just take a look at our skills here real quick. So there's different powers in here. So Rage, we got a new power here. This is Rage, this is a Viking thing. So targets flee for 30 seconds. That is a specific to Viking thing. We also have some special things in here for Vikings. So we got Viking Spirit in here. All combat skills increase 20% faster. This is pretty handy because it's kind of a guiding thing. I don't think there's anything else in here particularly for Vikings. Oh, Viking Poise. It's an illusion spell, of course. Targets won't flee for 60 seconds and gets an extra health and stamina. So yeah, you kind of just calling people out. You're like, hey, bitch, get back here. And then they do. So yeah, there we go. There's all the Viking stuff. We'll pick a different class here real quick. Just to show, like I said, I'm going to show off a couple of these. We're not going to show off every single one of these because I think this would take a long time. But let's do like Nordic Pirate. Just stick with the whole Nord theme. We'll just click this real quick and then we'll check out what we can do here. So if we want to look at our stuff, we can look at all of our spells here. Pirate Rage. Stamina regenerates 10 times faster for 60 seconds, which is kind of overpowered. Right, that's very good. But it's very much fitting to the thing. I also got Scary Shout. Target sleep for 30 seconds. I think that's right. That's a Nord thing. Is that a Nord thing? I don't remember. And then like active effects, we might have a pirate thing. A pirate gold sense. Anywhere gold coins might be found, pirates always seem to find a few more. So you get more gold when you go out things. You obviously get resist frost, a normal Nord thing. So yeah, there you go. Just a couple. Oh, close quarters combatant. All combat skills also increase 20% faster because you're supposed to focus on combat kind of as a pirate. We could do a couple more. We're doing like a magic one and then maybe one of the other ones here. Let's see here. Let's do healer because I think it's an interesting one. It's one of the different ones compared to the rest of them. So let's see what a healer can do here. Healer's Blessing. Magic skills improve 20% faster, so obviously you're going to focus on magic. You also got Resist Magic for being a Breton. Do you have anything else for healing? No? You get to heal faster. You also get Dragon Skin. That's obviously just a regular Breton power there. And okay, you get lots of healing spells. You get to instill fear. I had healing. I think everybody kind of just starts with healing, but heal self, heal other, empower, divine light, circle of life. So you get all kinds of healing spells being a healer. So it kind of like starts you out with a bunch of stuff going on. That's pretty cool. Let's look at like Assassin here, and then maybe like Arcane Warrior, and then we'll call it a video. Just guys want to give you guys a good idea what you're dealing with here. I don't want to spoil everything, no, and obviously these are all your playthroughs, so you can define them how you want. Let's see what we got here. So, resist fire. Obviously, that's because you're a dark elf. We also have Assassin, all stealth skills. So obviously, Assassins focus on stealth. Probably the other Thieves class get, you automatically get that. I wonder if that stacks with like the stones you could get at the beginning. Actually, could check that real quick. Let's see, like the Thief Stone right here. Yes, I accept that sign. I just want to see if this is like stacking together. So we got Assassin, and we should have the Thief Stone. Yeah, we got both. So this should maybe make it 40% faster, which would be pretty good, right? And in combination, it obviously guides your playthrough and stuff. So Ancestor's Wrath. Assassin Night Sight improves night vision for 60 seconds. Invisible Blade, invisible for 60 seconds. This is really good, right? Venomous Spit, paralyze the target for 5 seconds. So some of these seem better than others. I wonder if, did they get any spells? I don't think, probably not, right? Assassin of Night, while the moons are out, burns the target for 10 points. Okay. And no destruction, no restoration, I imagine, yeah. So, yeah, a couple little assassin things. Let's see one more. We'll see kind of one of the hybrid ones here with the Arcane Warrior. Which is supposed to be like a mage that uses weapons and stuff as well. We'll see what kind of stuff they get. And all this stuff is unique. Some of it kind of carries over. Master of Death. All skills improve 15% faster. So this doesn't get to 20%, but it's kind of like the do everything class if you still want to do that. You get resist magic from being a Breton still. Let's see what your powers are. Dragon skin still, that's just a regular Breton power. Do you get any spells here? Chain lightning, fire, firebolt, flames. Or flames twice because I already had flames. Frost, ice spike, ice storm, lightning bolt, shock. So you start out with a lot more spells and some really cool ones, some actually pretty good ones. Does this chain lightning cost 0? Lightning bolt that does 40 points of shock damage to health and half the magic and then leaps to a new target. This literally costs nothing. What? Why does this chain lightning cost nothing? Does it really? Yeah, it doesn't actually cost anything. I don't know if that's particular to this or if that's a bug or whatever, but that's really good. I'm just going to use that spell. Let's see. I think that's it for that one, though. I imagine the Thief one gets the similar things as this class, like kind of a hybrid thing, but does things a little bit differently. So, you know, lots of different variety here, and it actually turns Skyrim back into a class-based game where you kind of got to play your role and make it, you know, may of a role-playing game, RPG and all that stuff. So if that seems like something that you'd be interested in, maybe you saw one of the classes that you're interested in, or you just want to check them out for yourself, make sure to check out the top of the description. There'll be a link that says it on that page. We can download this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, I'd greatly appreciate a like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.